What's up, guys? It's Charge Power here to do a review for CollectionDX. They were kind enough to send me this figure here, the NX Edgestyle Mazinkaiser. This is the front of the box, and we'll check out the back here, which shows a little bit of pictures of him and the stands and whatnot. And here is the figure out of the box. It's rather small. If you see my hand, it pretty much covers him entirely. It's not a die-cast figure. It's pretty much 100% PVC. If you'll see right here, everything flexes. About the only thing that doesn't flex is what would make sense to have flexible are these horns here, because they're really sharp. They come to a point you would think that would be made out of PVC, and everything else is PVC. The only thing you're going to find out of hard plastic is the back here, this piece here, the red pack, which actually does pop out, and the joints. So you see it's got a lot of nice little ball joints, and it's really articulated, which actually going to get that in just a moment. But yeah, overall nicely sculpted figure. The paint is really nice. There's no mess ups anywhere. It's actually really good. So speaking of articulation, here's the head here on a ball joint. Looks around, and he's got a separate neck joint also, which allows him to do this Egyptian thing here, back and forth. All right, you got the horns that flip around. The brain condor does come off, and I don't know if you just saw that. There's a little plastic piece that protects it during shipping. I think it's to protect the little blue, what do you call it, window here. Moving right along, we got the shoulders here. Move all around this way. You got the elbows this way. You got the hand here, which just kind of swivels. There's no ab crunch, but it does have a waist this way. And we got the legs here, the hips on nice ball joints. You got the twist here. You got articulation that way on the knee. And then you got the ankles, which have the little angle pivots here, and then back and forth this way. And then these will move out of the way depending on how you want to pose them. And the next thing you want to do is actually attach the wing set here. And you do have to be careful. I wanted to show you guys on the instructions here. It does actually say here, warning delicate, on these little finger things here, which I will show you here. This, actually really delicate. During putting this together, this was actually bent and ready to snap off, and what I did was just snap it off completely, and I ran a pin through it. I drilled holes on both sides and ran a metal pin, so now it's strong. But to avoid having you guys do that, just be careful. It's not the figure's fault, it's just user error, but everything's good now for the review. So you want to do that, so you want to go ahead and pop these in. You can grab this here and just pop it in, and this is where the mistake is. It kind of feels like it has to go this way, but it's sort of like on a weird angle. I think that's what happens most of the time when these break. So you want to just feed it in correctly to the side, and then it pops in very nicely. All right, and then this way here, just like that, and then just attach these lower pieces onto these holes. Again, the hole angle is kind of weird, so don't force anything in. Then just go ahead and attach it right on the back here. It actually snaps in very firmly. Okay. Now it does come with a couple of accessories. He has an extra fist with a hole in it. I don't know the purpose of this. This one seems identical to the one that's on the figure itself. I haven't found the use for it. It only comes with one extra one. It's not like it's like two extra ones. I don't know. It's a little strange. But you can attach the sword to the one that's already on there. Just like that, see, very easily. What I happen to like is the fact that you can, if you wanted to, have the sword go into both hands, just like this, which I found to be amazing for a figure with this, kind of distorted design. He's got these little stubby arms, but they do happen to reach around and be able to grab the sword that way. Now, the other thing it does come with is a stand, and I find a stand to be particularly strange. Not the stand itself, but it has like 3 of these rods, and I don't know if it's supposed to put another one of these stands on top of it and just pile the figures together, but they seem extremely long. Really, from the instructions, I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what the hell it's saying, but it does have this, which you can peg here. Now with this, I do want you to be careful, because since I can't read Japanese, but I do see pictures, and somehow I missed totally where the picture explains that this has to come off before you can turn it. I actually ratcheted this, and it was very horribly hard, and I put stress marks on it, but I boiled it in water, so the stress marks are gone. But be careful with that. If you want to spin these around, don't spin them by hand. You got to actually take it off and spin it. So we're going to go ahead and put it in this position here, right? And we're going to leave this one flat and pop this in right here. And the reason for that is because it has a little rocket punch gimmick. I don't want to say gimmick too much because it's not really gimmick. It's just taking his fist off, or his forearm. Just going ahead and pop his forearm off and attach this little spare piece, pop it right in like that, attach that to this, and you can recreate a rocket punch. Now the only thing is it's not like aligned, like the figure would have to be higher, so it's a little weird to stand. So I don't understand what this is. If anybody knows why this stand or these poles right here are included, please let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, so that's him with the stand there. Now this part can also be used to attach to the back here. All right, and this allows you to attach him to the stand, you know, to basically give him a jumping flight pose if you wanted to, just like that. Just pose it whichever way you want. So what we're going to do next is actually, you know, do a little scale comparison with other SD style Mazinger figures. We have Mazinger Z there, and we have the Great Mazinger there. Alright, so you'll see it is a tad smaller, so it doesn't really match with the rest. I actually don't even know who this is catered to. You know, there's a lot of competition with die-cast SD figures. I, for one, would have preferred a nice little die-cast toy. Even if this little teeny thing was die-cast, that would have been awesome. But yeah, so that's it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Check out CollectionDX.com for the written review. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.